Hey everyone, this is Brian with Rock Ridge Bees. Just a short update. These are the 3 nucs that I made on 4th of March. And I just went into all 3 and saw a nice virgin queen walking around in all 3 of them. They look really good. I've got it checked right here, 323. I'll just use this as the thumbnail. These look good. Like I said, previously I've had pretty good luck mating virgin queens here in the yard and having walkaway splits make nice queens. So we'll see how these turn out, but they look pretty good right now. I did make some splits into this. So there's now 3 splits in this. Just pulled some queens out of other hives that were looking like they were getting ready to swarm. I just want to either slow that down, or if they have queen cells already made in the hive, I'll just move the old queen into this and just keep her hanging around for a while and basically let the mother hive make new queens. For the rest of the yard, everything looks pretty good. I've made a couple more splits, and I was gonna make about 3 to 5 more, and I had some queen cells coming, and that didn't work out. They got delivered to me, but really only one of the cells survived. I think they probably were either too young in transit to me, or they just got chilled in transit. But one of these nucs right here has a queen cell that I put in, that I installed, and then one is just making a queen. They have their own queen cells, but one of them is a foreign queen cell. Everything else looks pretty good. This is the hive the other day that I moved the queen into from the nuc down here. So I pulled the queen out of this and I put her into this. And so I need to make another note here. So I came back 5 days later, and I did not think they took the queen because they were still making queen cells. And then 3 days later after this, I didn't make a note, but yesterday or the day before yesterday, whenever I went in again, I noticed that they were tearing down the queen cells. So that tells me that there was another queen in the colony. So I went through the whole colony to look to make sure that it was that queen over there that I marked and put in here, and sure enough it was. So at first they tried to fool me, and then they started tearing down these queen cells that they were putting up. And the queen that I moved is walking around in here, so that's good. That's what I wanted, because I wanted to get some different genetics into this colony, because this colony was a little defensive and I didn't really like it. So the rest of the hives look good. Supers on most of them. Stuff is not really in full bloom yet. We've got some stuff blooming, like these trees up here are nice in bloom right here. And I've got a few colonies without supers that I'm just feeding a little bit, including this one right here, that aren't quite big enough yet. So that's pretty much it. Everything's looking good. I'm kind of just riding in the spring. I would like to have a few more nucs in the yard just in case, but I don't really want to make any more splits right now, since I made these, and then I made some more splits, but I had to tear them down because the queen cells didn't work out, so I just combined them back into other colonies. But I did keep those 2 there. And these were the colonies that I had to move. These 3 here were the ones that I had to move inside because it got cold, whatever it was, 7 or 10 days ago. But they all look good. The nucs look good, and the queens walking around look really good. Yeah, so, and I've been feeding them like this. So these Pro-Nucs, just a little short on this, these Pro-Nucs, you can cut these slots, like you can cut the bottom of this out and feed, through this hole here. Like you can feed with a, 20-ounce bottle or a liter bottle, whatever you have. It works pretty good. The thing I don't like about it is that when it leaks, so like if the bottles leak, they leak outside the colony. They leak like on the ground, because this is not, there's a, the way the Pro-Nuc is made, there are slots down here, and if this leaks, this doesn't fall into the colony, it falls out on the ground. I kind of don't like that, because when it leaks on the ground, then it just attracts other bees to fly around the nuc, which I don't like. So for these, I just drilled a hole, in the corner here that will fit the top. And this is 1/8 or 1¼ inch. You know, I just use a hole saw bit. And I like this. This works pretty good. I don't like putting it in the middle because the middle is kind of, you know, it's kind of floppy. It moves around a little bit. But if you put the hole toward the side, it's pretty stable. And also, if this leaks in, it just leaks into the nuc, and the bees are going to drink it up anyway. So I like this. And then, you know, if you ever pull the feeder out, you just have to put some tape or whatever over the hole, which is basically the same thing you have to do with this, because there is a hole that they can get out of. You just have to fill it up with something. So that's a little short on that. If you got any questions about anything, these Pro-Nucs or nucs in general or whatever, let me know. Thanks for watching, and y'all have a good one.